It's token characters here. We're here to react and discuss chapter 1144, A Time for Warriors. Spoilers ahead.
Spoilers ahead.
Let's get right into it. What are we at?
Quick. What's one prediction for the chapter?
One prediction for the chapter.
I think
one prediction for the chapter is that we're gonna get at least a single clash. Hopefully, all three clashes with the God Knights. Hopefully, let's say Sanji versus Saint Summers. That's what I really want to see. I really want to see a panel where Saint Summers is blocking an attack by Sanji with an Afrit Jambe kick.
That'd be
That's
fire.
Literally.
Literally fire. I hope we see what happens to hopefully we see what happens to Shamrock. I hope we see what happened to him.
Yeah, that'd be good to update. Maybe we see him in the Holy Land, or we see him going down to meet Loki for the last time before he leaves.
Yeah, I'm super interested in what's about to happen with Loki, though.
Oni Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage. Liberating the girls and Minato, the carpenter. Okay, yep, she got the sword back. I believe that sword is, I believe that's the little girl's sword.
The little girl's?
Right there on the left.
Yeah.
I think it's hers.
I thought they were going for Odin's sword.
That was the same sword she was using in one of the other chapters. She had like a sword on her back with the same scabbard. Like, I'm pretty sure it looks unusually big in her hands, so maybe it's not. But like, I'm pretty sure it was. What's her name? Otama?
Yeah, or something like that.
Or Toko.
One of those two for sure.
Yeah, one of those two. Let's see.
All right, I'm hella excited for this chapter.
Me too. What the hell is that? The Adam Tree tour continues. Well, what do you think it is? This has always been here. It's giving me scientific vibes. I thought you, of all people, would appreciate it. Being a cyborg and all. What?
Is that like a
facility? Would there be a facility like this in a country of warriors? Whoa.
That's definitely before
That's definitely like
the
ancient.
Void. Like 800 years ago?
For sure.
Nah, that's crazy.
Hey, Frankie, you're here. I was just thinking I'd like to show you this place later. It's awesome here, Frankie. Oh, you've got Lilith and
that's
Bonnie.
Where they've been.
Sick. What are you two doing here? We got lost. Thanks for finding us. Guess even geniuses get lost. It's good we found you. There was a horn blast earlier, so the woods might not be safe right now. In any case, this facility is really stunning. I estimate that it's been here for at least 3,000 years. What? How did you calculate that? There's no way it's that old. We can't really refute that claim. Honestly, even we locals aren't sure about the origins of this building. 3,000 years old.
That's
would go
crazy.
Far beyond the Void Century.
That's crazy.
Far beyond. That's 2,800 years.
Dang, I'm like, is that like when... Like, well, I would say the first Joy Boy was like first getting around.
First Joy Boy, yeah. First civilization, who knows?
Because we don't know how old that, at least I would think there would be the first Joy Boy. Like,
right.
How old because if he was an actual god, he could have been really old. Like around the time of that building.
Yeah. Now that's something worth researching. I think I'll make myself at home here. He'll get lost again. Well, I gotta check it out myself. Yeah, what's wrong, Bonnie? Look out.
What the hell?
I find most scary. Thunder. I love that there's a title box for the nightmare. That's so good. There's something behind
so random.
Oh man, this is unreal. LVF's just full of crazy stuff, huh? No, that's not familiar. What kind of creature is that? Even she's freaked out.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see the what I find most scary, Joy Boy.
That's
gonna
be wild.
I can't wait to see that panel.
That one's gonna be
Loki.
wild.
I can't wait. Western Village. What I find most scary, Duragar. Sober up and grab your weapons. That fire salver was wrecked. It's not just a regular zombie, it's a Duragar. What could have brought the children's imaginations to life like this? Where are the chiefs? We're waiting on their orders. They drank too much. They're still holed up in the privy. You're kidding. This couldn't be more surreal. A giant? Me?
I love how he thinks it's him. I love how he thinks it's
like,
him.
it's me? What am I up there? Dude,
Like,
bro,
what
he's
the hell?
plastered. He's so drunk.
Yeah.
He's off that Henny.
He's off the Henny. They're off the hell bath Henny.
Fall back to the edge of the village. Should I carry you all there? Hey, you don't need to keep us at arm's length. We want to help fight. You said that last bit a little too quietly.
We want to help.
Either way, there's definitely something strange happening on this island.
Fucking
That's enough, Colin. Why? I'm not a warrior. Too, I can fight. Why not? I'm a warrior too. I can fight. I just told you no. I'm Gabon's son. And that doesn't make you Gabon.
Fair.
A battlefield's no place for a kid like you.
Damn, you ain't got pushing him.
Yo, Ja Rule, huh? What's wrong, Missy? I'm sorry, there's something I didn't tell you before. You're saying one of these intruders looked just like Red Hair? Yeah, both of them were seriously strong. One of them had a really weird ability.
Oh shit.
In this world, strange powers usually come from devil fruits. If it's an unknown element, odds are it's a devil fruit user. Spread the word that there are 2 other humans other than the Straw Hats on Elbath. Report back as soon as you find them. Got it. Right away. Are you sure it's only 2 intruders? All this chaos suggests there could be more, right? Get word out right now. I don't know who's all behind this or where they're hiding, but anyone who kidnaps children in broad daylight is nothing but scum. If they're taking hostages, they must have planned something else for Elbath. I've never heard of kidnapping like this before. I won't let them get away with it. Fuck them up, y'all rule. We'll lend you a hand. We'll just need a human-sized ship to... Don't be ridiculous. You're our guests. You should go hide somewhere. Hey, wait a second. Where are Dory and Brogy? They're still stuck in the privy. They seriously need to lay off the booze.
We got too drunk.
They effed up. If the culprits are human-sized, we'd be better suited to dealing with this. That's right. The giants can take care of the big things. We should focus on the intruders. Agreed. Elbath is too big for us to search on foot. Heave ho. Heave ho. Huh? You want to come with me? I thought you were going to tell me to stop. All right, then. I'll be the captain. That's so cute.
I love it.
Let's go, Colon Pirates. Hey, you're big enough to row. Set sail onwards. It's actually kind of dope that they brought him.
But why? Why put him at risk, though?
Because that's his ship.
But still. Like, all the other kids got kidnapped and shit. Why would you bring him along? In a way, you could almost say he's, like, more protected with them. But it's like, you're putting him at more risk.
Jinbei there, I think they're good. Even though it puts him at risk, I feel like they probably think that they can protect him. But
I guess.
Yeah, I think they only just let him go because it's literally his ship, and without them, they wouldn't have been able to set sail. I guess. All warriors in the Sun Realm, please be advised. There was a confirmed sighting of humans other than the Straw Hats earlier at Oust Castle. Consider them hostile and dangerous.
Is she listening to that, or is she listening to music?
It looks like she's listening to music. She's got the headphones on.
Interesting. It's like just like regular sirens, like telling people that, I guess.
Could be. It says Badum. Look, and you know what's interesting? Earlier, she was like, "Who are you most afraid of, Nika?" Is she listening to drums right now?
Interesting. She's like preparing herself mentally to hear the drums.
Could be. I definitely want to see her backstory.
Yeah, for real.
Consider them hostile and dangerous. Gihaha. It's Gunko's post-meal ritual. It's not a ritual. I just like it. That's TD, right? We should have a singing contest.
Huh?
You're out if you mess up. Bam. It's nice having a hobby. What's your favorite song? New World. Gihaha. You got a problem with the current one? You shouldn't mock the interests of others. Summer. Ah, my bad. Anyway, looky over here. Over there. That grown-up is going all out trying to save the kids. Now there's no way they can stab me. They ain't going nowhere. You've got this, Saul. The kids are just following this cloth, right? But it's heading straight for the flames. They'll die if I don't stop them. All right, they're stuck.
Jeez.
Oh, what the?
So they're just wrapped in like invisible thorns. That is what's happening.
Right. They stab each other. They walked into each other and stabbed each other.
That seems like it.
Yeah. Prick. What the? Sorry, Yolvia Scaldi. Olaf. You okay back there? What now? If I stop one, they all start pricking each other. That's disgusting. Who could do such a thing? So it must be the work of a devil fruit ability. They have to be close by. The kids would reach the fire before we found them. We can't let that happen. If we stop the other ones in front, then we'll start with the back. Yes, he's out of line. If I can stop the rest one by one,
Oh, hell.
What I find scary.
Oh, hell.
No way. They're actually controlling these monsters too. Who's behind this? Principal, it's not just Western Village. Other villages are reporting monster sightings. They're appearing all over Elbaf. Must be some kind of ability. We need to find them fast. Western Village outskirts. Finally. I didn't think Duragars were real. Who knew taking one down would be this troublesome? Carry the injured back to the village. So they're getting diffed by the giant, a dragon,
kind of looks like they took
a
it down.
Nidhogger. What I find most scary, a Nidhogger, a ghost. We won't be able to protect the village. Everyone take cover. Ready, Dory? Absolutely, Bergie.
Kamehameha. Okay.
Hakoku sovereignty. Oh, I love that fucking shit. I love that shit.
It's like their own divine departure.
Yep. It's a dual one. Yes. Did the Chiefs do that? No, it's the giant warrior pirates. Sorry, we're late. We had to barf up all the booze. What a waste. Leave the beast to us. You guys take care of the kids. This is Salvar mode, our mighty ship, the Great Eric. You monsters are in for it now. We'll get you for making us waste our booze. Mountain Eater Yasan? That ship's basically invincible now. Oh my, I'm scared. They said that ship's basically invincible now. I would love for next chapter to have Shamrock blow it out of the sky.
Right. I feel like he's still there. He's just somewhere else. Because it feels like that's what they're setting up, him showing up a little later.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, it's like, this dude just disappeared.
He dipped. Big dipped.
So it looks like they're taking care of all the nightmares pretty quickly. Just the giants alone. So that means, like, the Straw Hats are probably going to struggle with the knights, is what it seems like. And no Loki in this whole chapter was kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah, because we're supposed to get the backstory. I think we won't get the backstory until we start clashing with some of the God Knights. And that's because I think somehow the God Knights have either a history with Elbaf, or they caused like the incident on Elbaf, or something. Like there's a reason we didn't get that flashback of Loki's like this chapter. I think that we're waiting. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So far it's like we're getting bits and pieces of his backstory instead of like the full thing all at once.
Right.
Which kind of sucks because I want to see everything that's happened.
Yeah.
Like what got him all chained up exactly, which is probably not going to be explained until, I'm guessing, a little after we see whatever kind of devil fruit he has, or if it even is a devil fruit.
You know, part of me thinks that it might be like a similar backstory to the Doflamingo arc, where the king got brainwashed, or his body got controlled by Doflamingo, and he was running around slaughtering people. Maybe one of the God's Knights did the same thing to their king, to the giant king,
and then he had to fight back, or he would have died.
Yeah, and then Loki stopped them somehow.
Because it does seem like he got
kind of
set
saving
up.
Elbaf, but everyone blames him for ruining Elbaf.
It's like, because technically he did kill them, but it wasn't for the reason everyone's thinking.
Right.
So that's what it's
Right.
like really hard to get through.
Yeah, there has to be a reason that justifies it if he's not a evil character. And it showed that he wasn't an evil character because if he was, he would have joined the God Knights. He had an
Yeah,
opportunity to be free and work for the world government as like a pseudo high noble, right?
that's fair.
Like being a God's Knight doesn't mean you don't have status. Like you probably are like someone with like you're on the same level as a world noble,
That's what I
as
would
a
think.
Tenryubito.
Yeah, because he could have been freed. Because he could have had them free him and then
Right.
like backstab them.
Right, but his word meant so much that he wouldn't even say a lie,
Hmm.
right? Because he could, like you said, he could have lied to them and said, "Oh, yeah, I'll join you guys," and then went back on his word. But his word means so much that he didn't even do that. He took the damage.
So he's probably a more honest
Yeah.
giant than we're led to believe. It's like they're
Yep.
trying really hard to make him kind of look like a villain, but he's
But he's
probably going to be
definitely
like the
not.
opposite in a way. Because,
Yeah.
well, he did strike the tree. That was the first. But I will say, he struck the tree instead of striking them, you
Right.
know? Because he could have easily went for a swing on anyone else that was there. But
Also true.
instead, he decided to hit the tree,
Yep.
which is
A
like,
threat,
yeah, a threat. But, you know, it's like,
not violence.
yeah,
Yeah.
in a way, it's
That.
like both.
Yeah. Hold up. Yep. No, I think he's definitely good, and I think there's probably a lot of people who agree that and think that it's probably just Oda trying to do that double pull he likes to do, where he's like, oh, surprise, they're good.
Hmm.
But
Which is like,
either way,
they definitely, that's why it feels like he made Shamrock was just to be like, hey, for sure Shanks is good. Just because I made this other version of Shanks that's bad.
yeah. One thing I do love about that interaction between Loki and Shamrock is that when Shamrock attacked Loki, and Loki said, "If I wasn't bound by these chains, like it would be over for you." And
Yeah.
Shamrock said it wouldn't make a difference. He's like,
He's very confident.
you tied up by devil fruit weakening sea stone, and you at your peak full HP is the exact same to me. They're equal. You at 100% and you at 0. It's the
It doesn't
same thing to me.
matter.
Is like that's so much shade, but he has to be able to back it up, and I think he can.
Do you think he himself has a devil fruit? Like he can have two at this point if he himself has one and his sword, which is still crazy to think about.
So you're right. He could have two, right? But it's also even if he doesn't, even if he only has the devil fruit in his sword, Shank, that's pretty much him having a devil fruit. If Shanks had one, which is, they're pretty comparable, I would like to say,
That's what
except
they
he
see
has
as
both
like.
his arms, like, that's already insane, right?
Yeah,
If
it's
he
true.
has two, that's even more, right? But, like, just scaling him off of, like, where Shanks is in the verse versus where he is, it's like, you gotta think that their hockey's at least similar, if not equal.
I
I would
don't know.
think that Shanks would have more just because he doesn't have, since he doesn't have to rely on a devil fruit, he has to rely on hockey more, which makes him grow his hockey more,
That's what I was
right?
thinking.
But yeah, I don't know, no idea,
And then it's
no
also I
clue.
think Shanks has been through tougher fights than he has. You know,
I could see that. I could
because
see
like
that.
knowing we haven't really heard of Shamrock up until this point is
Right.
like kind of implying he hasn't done a whole lot in terms of reputation. You know,
Right.
so it's like for Shanks to be a Yonko, and you know he's probably been through way tougher fights, and the tougher fights is what builds up your hockey more. It's like I would
Right.
assume he's a lot stronger than Shamrock,
Yeah.
at
That's
least
the
hockey
assumption.
wise.
At least hockey wise, yeah. And I can see that. That's a perfectly reasonable assessment.
Okay, so I was just looking at it. So they sent, or the Thunder, like, the Thunder Nightmare went over to the facility. Do you think there's a chance it could power on the facility?
Wow. Hold up.
And what do you think the facility is even going to be able to do? Is it going to be Vegapunk's new
Lab?
yeah,
I
new
mean, dude,
lab?
like literally. Wow, you called that shit like on the back. Oda's Ghost Rider. Oda's Ghost
I'm in
Rider.
his bathroom.
Back at it again. No, that's exactly what's gonna happen. The Thunder Cloud is gonna power up the scientific facility, and then Lilith already said she was gonna make a a new base on Elbath. Like that's what she was gonna do. She was gonna stop here and make a new lab here. At first, we thought it was going to be the library because it's like, oh, libraries for a scientist is like the perfect place. They can research everything that they need to. But I guess realistically, the Vegapunk clone that went here already learned everything he needed to learn from that library.
Hmm.
This place, which is a quote unquote older facility, might have better technology just
Yeah.
because, like the giant was quote unquote 900 years or 800 years old, but it was something Vegapunk couldn't reproduce. So I can only imagine what's in a facility that's 3,000 years old. Like the tech in there is probably insanely high tech. Like it
Maybe.
might look ancient and like useless, but it might do something wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because there's still a chance. There could have been two void centuries.
Well, so
2,000 years is crazy.
so here's the thing, right? Vegapunk said in the message on Egghead,
Or
he said the
3,000.
world has been. It was either in the message or it was somewhere else. It was in Egghead, right? But I remember one of them, Vegapunk, saying the world has been reset at least 3 times, at least,
Okay.
right?
So there's a chance that this could have just been
It could have
tech
been
from
more
way
than
back
3,
then. And
but
it could have been more
at
advanced.
least 3. Yeah.
Which is crazy to think about.
And it was probably more advanced in the very beginning, right? And after each reset, it got less advanced and less advanced and less advanced until we're at the current, which is kind of crazy to imagine that like modern day tech is
Like low end.
like the scraps
Yeah.
of a platinum age or golden age.
Which makes more sense knowing that there was more world back then because of how much it's flooded since then.
Right.
So
There's more
there,
resources.
yeah,
Just
more
in general.
resources and everything. More people
Wow.
probably too, since there was more land and everything. Like,
You know what's actually interesting? Now that you say that, I remember the mural at the very bottom. There was people coming out of the world with fire in their hands, right? Light that they were bringing up to the surface.
mm-hmm.
I originally was like, oh yeah, like the surface that we have now, right? And then I was like, oh no, like below the ocean, right? That was the quote unquote. That was where they walked, right?
Yeah.
That was so below the ocean was was the land
Right,
back
like how
then.
it was.
Below that is where they found those flames,
The mother flames.
right? So that could be the originator of the mother flame, like deep below the ocean. That's kind of crazy. Something I still want to see is there's a golden dragon statue in Fishman Island in King Neptune's castle, and there was a golden dragon statue in Kaido's castle that Ace punched.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what the significance is of that golden dragon statue, because if it's at Kaido's lair and also Fishman Islands,
Dragon has it. Watch. I can't wait to see what he has though, for sure.
I feel like he's definitely got like a Tempest Logia or like a mythical wind dragon or something, right? Because there's a meme that's like dragons always looking east or west or whatever, right?
Mm.
And the idea is that dragon can see through the wind, right? So even though he's looking in the direction because he's always watching where Luffy is.
Uh-huh.
Like he's literally watching everything Luffy's doing. Like even though he can't be with his son, he's always there, like spiritually watching over him as the winds.
Which of course,
Which would be
the best example was when he saved his life from Smoker in the beginning.
Best example was when he saved his life from Smoker. The wind started to pick up, and thunder started to show up, right? So maybe instead of Tempest, maybe just a Storm Logie would be awesome.
That'd be wild.
But, you know, it'd be even better, too, is if, like, we get a scene where Dragon is, like, literally giving wind to Luffy's sails.
That
like,
would be
throughout
wild.
the
I
arc.
can see that later
my
on.
God. Oh, my God, wait. Do you remember that one arc where the Mary saved the Straw Hats?
Yeah, how it randomly got there.
How it randomly got there? What if
Huh.
Dragon used the wind on the Mary to push it to save his? Hold up, that's my new
Damn.
theory now. That's
Damn.
my new headcanon. Is that Dragon used the Mary pre-time skip to save Luffy and the gang by putting wind in the sails.
Nah, I can hella
That's
see that now.
right. Like there's gonna be a flashback with that happening, like guaranteed.
What do you think is gonna happen next chapter?
Next chapter, let's see. I hope they get blasted out of the sky.
Get one
I
shotted.
hope they get blasted out of the sky because they said that ship's basically invincible now.
Hey,
And
Shamrock
I
could
hope they get.
shoot out the dogs again up to the sky and hit them.
Yeah, he's got that dog in him. I wouldn't doubt it.
The dog
Wouldn't
in
doubt it.
them. Got that three-headed dog in them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, I can hella see
Yeah.
that. I kind of hope we see what happens with Loki next chapter to
Mhm.
see. I want to see him free so I can see his Devil Fruit or see what he's just gonna end up doing in general. You know what I just thought of too? So like the throne or the thorns, devil fruit, and all the nightmares, right? If
Yeah.
the trio that's with Loki and Loki were to be up top, couldn't their conquerors and everything just mitigate all the devil fruit abilities? Because I'm thinking like the thorns, couldn't they grab the thorns with hockey and rip them off the kids? Or like all
Absolutely.
the nightmares, just use
Easily.
conquerors to get rid of them.
Easily. Well, like when Blackbeard fought Law, his whole crew got turned into women, and Law shook off the devil fruit,
Mm-hmm.
disease fruit, by using hockey to break through the disease. And Kaido and Big Mom, Law couldn't use his room to swap them around because their hockey was too strong. So definitely, 100%.
That's got to
can
be
use
why they were down at the
that.
bottom instead of up
Yeah,
there with
because
everyone else.
they could have just negated the whole quote unquote game that they wanted to play, which would lower the stakes for the arc.
Mm-hmm. Like off
Yep.
rip.
Yeah, because Luffy could just walk up, see what's going on, boom, AOE conquers Aki, or precision touch, grip, break the thorns in half, with the Aki, and easy.
That's what I was thinking. That was like,
Yeah.
there's got to be a reason they got separated, and why. Like so far, everything that the knights have been doing are all just distractions. Like they haven't really went and tried. Like they said last chapter or a couple chapters ago that they don't care what happens to the kids that they like mind controlled. They don't care where they
Yep.
end up. So it was like they don't care about that. The nightmares feel like he also said he doesn't really care about what happens to those because it's just like happening. So it's like
True.
so far everything is just a distraction. So and they haven't even moved from where they like started off, all four of them. So it's
Yep.
like they definitely are setting something crazy up right now.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, and you know what I just noticed too is that Gunko is listening to the DJ from Film Red.
Oh really? That's what it is?
Yeah.
That's that's gonna be funny in the anime. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
gonna go
I can't
kind
wait
of
to see
hard.
that in it.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for this chapter to get animated. This whole arc so far is really good.
Yeah. And you know what? Like, the kids are still asleep, which means for the nightmares to exist, the kids still have to be asleep. Which makes me think that the demons and stuff that they just broke are just going to get back up next chapter.
Most likely.
Because
Either that or the kids are gonna wake up.
that could be true because they break the nightmare. Maybe the kids wake up from their dream.
Mm-hmm.
Or because they're not woken up, the
The nightmare can keep
nightmares
regen.
keep regenerating. Almost like the Gorosei.
Oh yeah.
Hold up.
That's
Hold
if
up.
they end up doing it like that.
If that is right, maybe there is some ties to like nightmares and the Gorosei,
That would be pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
right? Because they like the Gyuki is like a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
but I mean,
maybe they get power off of the fear of whatever they are.
I feel like that's like at least somewhat true because I feel
Yeah.
like the fear is what also helped the dragon make him so big. You know,
Right. Yeah.
that's the reason why. I guess we'll see though.
I'm excited.
Alright, anything else on this chapter? Mostly all just set up for Luffy and everyone else to get back up to the top.
Yep,
And
they're
then-
out searching right now, so I wouldn't be surprised if next chapter we get some clashes.
Yeah, I'm excited to see all that. Also, we read this on TCB scans. That's why it's probably not perfect.
We couldn't wait for the official. I'm too greedy.
Too greedy.
I got that itch.
Don't want to get
That
spoiled
OP
too.
Yeah, there's so many people out there spoiling. It's kind of crazy.
Love the One Piece community.
But either way, that's all my thoughts on chapter 1144, A Time for Warriors. That's all I got in me.
And then we're out then.